Okay, so we're back, and we are coming to you live from Manassas, Virginia, at our corporate headquarters, where we are returning and starting over to answer all of your questions. So let me introduce everybody to you again.
Wait, do the thing.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Anyway, just a little bit of fun here. So, but at any rate, Lucinda Law, our Chief Marketing Officer and President of Marketing, and Sarah Law, who is our Marketing Director. So we're coming to Sarah Palmer. What did I say, Sarah Law? Okay, yeah. So, but anyway, we're coming back to you again, and we're starting over, and we're going to give you the answers to the questions that you called in on. So the very first question came in from Ann Morgan, and her question is, are the capsules for both the Sea Source and the Retinol PM made from seaweed and not gelatin? And we'll defer to Lucinda.
Actually, Ann Morgan had some really great questions. I'm going to group them all together. So she also asks about the Color Pro blushes being mineral, and she asks about the CMB mineral lip glosses. So I'm going to address the first one by saying all of our capsulated products are vegan. That's kind of a step beyond vegetable based. They're vegan, so no problems there. And that has been a change that we've made over time, because at one time we used a bovine source. At one time there was no other source other than bovine derived, and we have made the change so that we can say that we're not animal tested, that we that kind of thing. So vegan. As far as the lip shines, all of our lip shines, whether it's Coloring Beautiful, Flori Roberts, or Gail Heyman, we use an optimal formula that is mineral based. And I think that deals with, Color Pro mineral blushes. What?
No, keep going.
Oh, okay. Color, never mind. Turning it over back to Sharon.
Okay, so the Color Pro blushes are mineral based.
Yes.
All of the lip glosses are mineral based. So that answers your question there. Okay, and then the Color Me Beautiful pressed powders, she's asking about, are they mineral or not?
All the pressed powders are mineral based. However, 2 of them are more mineral than others.
Okay.
And so they're slightly different.
The 2 that are more mineral, is that the Creamy Cameo, Whisper Beige?
Whisper Beige.
And Creamy Cameo. Okay, so Creamy Cameo and Whisper Beige are the 2 that are, and Almond?
No,
Almond and Sepia Beige
are the ones that are less mineral. There's a line of mineral. Are you this mineral or are you this mineral? There's
some of it has to do with pigment. If you notice, the 2 that you said that were deeper have other ingredients in them to make them more transparent and not ashy on the skin.
Okay.
So somewhat mineral in all cases.
Okay, and I think on the order form, and I believe even on the website for our beauty entrepreneurs, we have them separated so that you don't have to get confused about it. So we've got the Whisper Beige and the Creamy Cameo in the category of mineral.
We have, I know on the e-commerce sites, we do have them grouped together, but if you go into the ingredient deck or the ingredient section, it breaks it down. They're separated.
For you, okay, all right. So that's great to know. Okay, so thank you, Ann, for your questions. Trish Ader asked about our lip sealant, which is called Color Fix, and she is questioning how she can have better success with that.
Well, first of all, our Color Fix is a slightly different formula. We had gotten a lot of complaints about it burning, and people would say, I put it on my lips and it hurts. We don't want to hurt anybody. So we worked on a formula that was not so efficacious. It's not as good as the old formula in my opinion, but it doesn't burn. So it works on some of the less glossy products, but once product has ingredients in it to make it glossy, you'll get that film effect. But I have a solution. My recommendation, when you don't get the end product that you want to see with the Color Fix, try the lip lock pencil from Gail Heyman. That product works entirely different, but it's very effective. If you look at me, I'm old.
No,
You're supposed to, no, you're not. I knew she would say that. Anyway,
We'd
around
say-
my mouth, you see these lines. And what would happen is I put my lipstick on. Even if I used my Color Fix lip sealant, I would start getting just a little bit of this creeping around, and it looks awful. I mean, if that's what makes you look old. So I started using the Gail Hammond Lip Block pencil, and ooh, buddy. You put it on, you draw one line outside your lip line, and it's matte, you won't see any gloss from it, and then you fill in your lips, then you put on whichever product that you want to put on. This one works with everything. And oh my goodness, it makes the product last and last. Blot it once, and it is there for a good long time.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
I do want to mention we are currently working with a lab right now on perfecting that formula.
Okay.
So it is currently
Color
being
Fix.
worked on. Yes, the Color Fix.
Okay, okay, all right, awesome, awesome. Okay, so hopefully that helps with your question, Trish. The next question also comes from Trish, where she is asking about some of the social media platforms, particularly Instagram, and she is inquiring about how she can become a influencer and be able to tap into the trend that she sees going on in social media right now. So, Lucinda?
Well, this is a great question, and this is a great aspiration, because we want every one of you to become an influencer for style and beauty, and that's the way we're going to differentiate ourselves from these companies that are dropping like flies, like Longaberger and Jamberry Beauty Control. I'm sure you've noticed that trend. The difference is, instead of concentrating just on peer-to-peer sales, we want to have you concentrate, as well as on peer-to-peer sales, on having a whole network of people that you influence. So you meet the customer where she lives, whether it's face-to-face, and then if she wants to replenish, she's looking at your videos, she's looking at your posts, and then she immediately says, I've got to replenish, press a button, she replenishes, and you guys get commission on that. That's kind of our business. We can talk about, maybe not in this video, but I'll talk about it more in a subsequent video.
Okay.
But one thing I did want to mention, you had said Instagram, but I want to talk a little bit about age and where you find those customers, because again, we're meeting our customers where they are. That's our goal, and that's what's going to make us very successful and make you guys a lot of money. For Instagram, of internet users who use Instagram, only 8% of that body of users is 65 and older. Only 13% is 50 to 64. Now, the Coloring Beautiful demographic skews a little bit older, and I mention that because your users are over here on Facebook. So out of anybody who's 65 and up, of internet users who use Facebook, 62% are 65 and older.
Wow.
That's a big number.
Yeah.
And of those same users, 50 to 64, 72%
Are using
Facebook.
Wow.
So most of our customers we find over here on Facebook. Now, obviously, Flori has a younger demographic. That number, the 30 to 49 number of internet users who use Facebook, it's 84%.
Wow.
And of internet users who are 30 to 49 over here on Instagram, the number jumps up a little bit. It's 33%.
Okay.
But still, by and large, most of our customers are over here on Facebook. So my suggestion is you master Facebook. You start there with your posts. Now, Facebook bought Instagram. So if you start on Facebook, they have the mechanisms within Facebook to instantly post to Instagram.
Wow.
So it's like double your whammy for
Right.
one post.
You can cross-platform everything between the two now. Even if you're going lives, you can cross-platform on
Okay.
Instagram, share
Okay.
it directly to Facebook.
Okay, so that's awesome, and that's why you see us really promoting doing Facebook Lives and getting good information and good training on how to provide great content and how to engage your clients. So Facebook is absolutely the way to go. The numbers speak for themselves. So we're excited about that, and thanks for that
And we
information.
love you for wanting to be an influencer.
Absolutely.
We want you all to be influencers.
Right. All of us are influencers. That's what we, so embrace your influence side.
Your inner influencer.
Your inner influencer. Yes. Okay, and then the next question comes from a brand new consultant, Camille, who is asking about what our company plans to do in terms of moving toward more natural and safe products.
Well, safe is kind of not a great word to use because all of our products are safe.
Yes.
However, within that safe category, the marketing buzz that we want to be able to give our customers, we are working every day to make our products more chemical free, more natural. We've done a lot of work on existing formulas to make them paraben free, fragrance free. Some of them we've been unable to do because you will lose the efficacy if you don't quite stick with the formula as it is, but that's kind of a small percentage of the overall number. And we're working every day to do more and more of that. We're also working, I had said something before about vegan. We're also working to make products vegan.
Okay. And one of the things that I think you had mentioned earlier too is that we sell to over 30 countries worldwide, and we also market some of our products through television retailing, QVC, and the guidelines that they, and the restrictions that they put upon us in terms of the ingredients and the safety issues and so forth and so on are very rigorous in terms of the requirements that they have. So you can be confident that the products that we are putting out on the market for you and for your clients are safe, they're efficacious, and they do what they say they're going to do, and they're going to get results for your clients. So be confident in that. And then we shift next to Marie Dunford out of Richmond, Virginia, who has a couple of questions that are product related. She's wanting to know the difference between some of the products that she is trying herself, one of which is Youth Lift, Nourish and Firm. She's asking about the Peptide cream, and I guess wanting to know also kind of the order in place of what. And then also she's asking about the vitamin C capsules, which we absolutely love here at Color Me Beautiful. Right?
Yes, we do. Marie, this is a really good question. I love the fact that you ask it because it means that you're looking at the Gail Heyman line. And as far as I'm concerned, the Gail Heyman line is an undiscovered gold mine for every one of you. And the reason that I say that is because we have an excellent brand ambassador who does our QVC UK, QVC Italy, QVC France. And he's a well-known makeup artist in the UK, quite famous. And he does a beautiful, beautiful job of presenting these products. And so Sharon had told me that she's going to prepare a link for all of you where you can actually see John and his sell on each of these products. He goes in depth, so he will give you some good information as well. But to specifically answer your questions, Marie, Youth Lift versus Nourish and Firm. Think of Youth Lift as a film, and you apply this on clean, dry skin, and you let it set for 3 minutes. The idea is that the Youth Lift creates this film and enables your face to kind of keep its position as opposed to having these micro wrinkles and sagging. So that's a film. But you can't rely on Youth Lift to hydrate your skin because it's not designed like that. It's designed to be a film. Or a chin strap, as Gail Heyman once said. And her background is in Hollywood. So in days of old, with the Hollywood actresses, they would literally use something called a chin strap, which I clearly need. So maybe I better get my Youth Lift on today. That would lift this product. Well, this product is a film that does that, invisibly, of course. And the Nourish and Firm, it is an emollient. It's rich. You put it on after the Youth Lift because you put it on the Youth Lift on clean, dry skin. What is Peptide cream? The Peptide cream, and again, John, if you watch John's videos, he is brilliant at telling you how he uses them on his clients, etc. But Peptide cream is a Botox substitute in that and Gail Heyman was one of the first people to develop it because the actresses in Hollywood had all gravitated to Botox. Did you know that? And the directors were saying, I don't see anything on your face, you're like an automaton, because they were all sitting there like, and then they'd have a horrible death scene and they'd be like, and then they'd have a happy scene, they'd be like,
so they look the same.
Right.
Okay.
So
how were they kissing on camera?
Anyway, so the directors, they were going crazy and they needed something that would create kind of the smoothness of Botox and keep those high-use wrinkles from forming without completely obliterating all the expression on the face. And ergo, this product, as soon as it became, this raw material became available, Gail popped it into a product. And this is just a fun little fact, but if you put in Gail Heyman and search peptide cream, you will see a page where Barbara Streisand credits her looking fabulous at 70 to the Gail Heyman peptide cream. How big is that?
That's huge.
Take a look. I'm going to send you
Daily
all over
Mail.
the Daily Mail did
Okay.
did an article, but just pop in Gail Heyman and peptide cream, you'll see it's fabulous. But anyway, the texture of this cream, it's really light, so I use it as a moisturizer. I can use it as a moisturizer. I don't need that extra emollient. Sometimes at night or if I travel, I do something a little heavier. But as far as I'm concerned, you can use it day and night. And if you need something heavier, try the Super Rich Moisture Cream or the Nourish and Firm. That'll give you a little bit more of the emollients you need, but make sure you put the peptide on first every day. And I want to say something about this too. I love these products. When we formulate, because we're a boutique firm, we're a boutique company, we don't have to worry too much about where we put the raw materials in terms of quantity, because for us, we're willing to pay $1, $2 extra to get something that's working really well. Now, if you take an Estee Lauder or a La Prairie, when they work on these formulas, they're going to buy 200,000 pieces, 500,000 pieces at a time. So if it drives up the cost by $1 to put the acetyl hexapeptide at the top of the ingredient deck, they'll say no thank you. We want it down, because that's $500,000 more that they have to spend. Luckily, it doesn't hurt us that badly, so we try to make sure that the effective ingredients, the key ingredients, are pushed to the top of the ingredient deck. And as it happens in this particular product, it is fourth down in the ingredient deck. And I found a competitor's product, a peptide cream, that's $160 for 1.4 ounces, where the product, that the hexapeptide is down to 20th. It's 10 from the bottom on their ingredient deck. So that tells you what we're willing to do to make these products efficacious and show your clients results. One place we don't put so much money is in the packaging, the boxing, but we do that by design. I want, when I don't care about, I throw my box away. When my jar is in my bag, my skincare bag, nobody sees it. They see this, and that's where we put the money.
So it's the product that's inside that is the most important. So that's great. That's awesome. Okay, and then also just kind of going back to the conversation about social media and...
We missed vitamin C.
Oh, okay,
I love me some vitamin C.
Yeah. We all love ourselves some vitamin C. We love
vitamin C. Our vitamin C capsules are the same from brand to brand to brand. And the way that occurred is we started with them in Color Me Beautiful. It became an instant bestseller. And then people were saying, well, I only buy Adrienne Arpel. Why don't you have them in Adrienne Arpel? We said, okay. And we gave them to you in Adrienne Arpel. And then the Flori people started saying to us, why can't we have these vitamin C? Vitamin C is beautiful for every skin. It's very effective. It calms inflammation. It keeps the skin tone even.
Don't get me started on fighting free radicals.
Yeah, well, actually, you did a piece online that you guys have access to that explains why the vitamin C is so effective and what it means to actually... Who really knows what a free radical is? let's see a show of hands out there. Do you know what a free radical is? Well, Sarah goes into it in depth and why the vitamin C works. I will tell you it's encapsulated because vitamin C is very sensitive to light and air. So when you use your vitamin C capsules, you get a full, fresh dose of vitamin C boosted with vitamin E to fight your free radicals that Sarah tells you why if you don't get up and fight free radicals, you should just go back to bed.
Wow.
So look
Stay
for that
inside.
video.
Stay inside.
Stay inside.
Okay.
So that's it.
Okay.
They're all the same and they're all amazingly good.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. All right. And Marie also asked, she's jumping now into the emails and wanting to know what's the difference between all the emails that you're getting as a consultant and perhaps your customers as well.
That's a great question. We have two different email platforms, one of which are our people who sign up to receive emails. And that goes to a company out of house to take our content and package it in such a way that we don't get confused with spammers. It is 100% opt-in. It's a few 100,000 people who've expressed an interest in our brand, and it has to be opt-in. So if you want your customers to get that particular email, and it looks more like a newsletter, it's got information about products stacked, then they have to opt in. They have to sign up at Color Me Beautiful, they have to sign up at Flori Roberts to get it, etc. Now, our other platform we are responsible for, and we send you emails, and I think I mentioned free radicals a little while ago. Sarah did some in-depth research, and that was included, the video was included in an email. These emails are primarily to educate and to pass along information about specials. The specials come and go, they come and go really quickly, so and people say, why do you send me 3 emails a day? Well, you know what? Because in the morning you might need to know about your free radicals, by noon there might be a sale going on, and by 6 o'clock, anybody who didn't get the other 2 needs to see the other one. So the bottom line is, yeah, we send a lot of emails, but we have a lot going on. And so, and some of you have asked about why you might get the same email multiple times. And that is because we work with about 57 databases, would you say?
Yeah.
And that's just the platform that we have here. And so you may be in one or more of those databases. You may have signed up as a consultant, or you may have a customer profile. So all of those people, when you get more than one email, it means we're doing our job. Big time.
And also different brands, so you're going to receive multiple brand emails as well, just so you know what's going on.
Now, why do you need them? Well, obviously you want to know about the sales, and you can have your customer take advantage of them. But also it's important because every single email will carry a tidbit of information, like we've talked about today, that you can then tell your customer. You know, you can go out today and tell your customer, hey, if you're not fighting free radicals, you need to go back to bed. So we try to educate as well. So that's why you see a lot of those things going out. And I do want to mention, it is so important when you talk to your customer. We're meeting our customer where our customer lives, whether it's peer-to-peer at our house, doing a color analysis, or going over the product and getting her into the right foundation. That customer may be online a month later, and she may look for the product. And what we want to do is make sure that you are credited for bringing that customer into the fold by putting your name in at checkout, by linking that customer to you, so that ultimately she is linked to you as long as you're active forever. And that is so important. And that's one of the things that when you're recruiting people or talking to people, that differentiates us from everybody else. Some of those companies that I mentioned that are going bankrupt, they didn't do this. They didn't meet the customer where she was at. And that's what we want to do for you. So if you have a customer, if you're talking to that customer, remind them to be sure to put your name in at checkout, to be sure to link you to their account, because we are giving you, for customers, free samples special products, special discounts.
Mhm.
And that customer will become a part of a VIP club that she can't be if she buys anywhere else except from you.
Yeah. So that's exciting. So the emails are a tool and a gift to us as consultants from marketing, and it keeps us from having to do a lot of the legwork that they're doing for us. So we're excited about that. Okay, and then another question that came from Trish, which is really important because the millennials are a force to be reckoned with. And her question, and we pride ourselves. We've got probably 3 or 4 millennials that we've brought on staff to work in different departments, of which Lucinda has the majority of the millennials in her department, which makes sense because it helps us to have a perspective of what the younger generation is looking for.
And meet that customer where she is.
Where she is, absolutely. And so Trish asked, do you have any ideas on how to connect to the younger generation? And what better person to tell you about that than somebody from the younger generation?
Yes. So, of course, I have all my notes on my phone because I'm always on my phone.
Always on your phone.
As a millennial. So I did some research about me and myself and my generation of what's going on, and it comes out to be that we now have the highest buying power out of any of these other generations. So we are now the customer you want.
Wow.
And you want to have, because now we have the most spending that we can do on beauty products and health and beauty, and
That's because you all are staying at home with your mother and fathers longer.
Oh man,
You just happen to be the exception. I know. Right.
All right,
Yeah.
so I did find some stats for you, and I want to say 67% of millennials shop exclusively online. And I was
Ouch.
thinking, okay, I do. And then I was thinking, when was the last time I've been to a store?
Wow.
And then I can't think of
Really?
the last time I went to a store. No, I have my groceries delivered.
Her groceries
Wow.
arrive at her door every Sunday at 4
Yes.
o'clock.
Is that right?
Yes. Everything I do, I buy online. I cannot remember the last time I went into a store.
Wow.
And I shop exclusively online. But I also shop on social media. So then I was thinking, I wonder what the percentage of millennials shop on social media. And over half of millennials say their primary source for shopping is on social media. So,
Wow. That's huge.
yes, to gain that millennial customer, there are 2 things. You need to be online and on social media. Now, social media is changing a bit with video content.
Mhm.
So, and then I wanted to get into, well, are millennials buying from videos? Because we're used to images, and
Mhm.
I wanted to see where we go from there. Do
Mhm.
we like imaging or do we like this video content? And in my head, I'm like, well, I prefer videos, right?
Mhm.
Just, I get to see the
See-
product,
mhm,
I get to
mhm,
see how it
mhm.
looks on other
Mhm,
people.
mhm.
So then I went more in depth, and 73% of consumers said that they are more likely to buy a product or a service if they can watch a video.
Is that right?
Yes. So,
Boom.
to sum it all up, to gain that millennial customer, be online, doing videos on social media, and you will gain the millennial customers right there.
Is there anything that talks about, is it millennial to millennial that makes the difference? Like if I post 60, okay, over 60 years
Okay.
old, can I speak to a millennial and get her to buy? Or is the millennial more apt to want to see my daughter who is in that generation?
Well, influencers are more likely to be seen by if you're more peer-to-peer, but a lot of the older generation are becoming the influencers, so we are watching ahead.
Okay.
And we're
okay.
seeing, more of, even me, more of the influencers I am seeing are having children, are fighting for or anti-aging
Okay,
products. So a
okay.
lot of the information I'm getting fed and what we're worried about right now
Is-
because we're in
'cause
that
you're looking at
right,
ahead,
we're in
looking
that
ahead.
35 to 21-year-old
Mhm,
range
mhm,
right
mhm,
now.
mhm.
So we're trying to get ahead
Ahead
of
of
where
the-
we are.
okay, gotcha.
So if I see a beautiful woman
Yeah.
that maybe in her 60s, and I'm thinking,
If
what?
she looks
Yes.
like that now, what can I
Yes.
do to
Give me some of that vitamin
Got
C.
you, right.
Let me just bathe in that vitamin
Okay,
C right
okay,
now.
okay.
So it's not about a millennial talking to millennial, because I did look at some research about getting products and promoting them from family members,
Mhm.
and that's not a big thing. It's more about the influencers that they're seeing online. They want to be, there's a fear of missing out called FOMO. That's what they call it, fear of missing out. So you have to say,
Interesting.
this is the greatest thing. this is why, and you will miss out if you don't get this.
Interesting.
And you will have wrinkles right
and
now.
about that FOMO, that's a pretty,
FOMO.
that's a wonderful concept to kind of put in the back of your
missing out.
fear of missing out. Fear is a powerful marketing tool.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't mean that in a mean way. I don't mean like you put on a mask and you go, but if you find out what your customer is most afraid of, is she most afraid of showing wrinkles? Sarah just told you what she's most afraid
That
of.
is my biggest fear, and the sun. The sun is my biggest fear.
She wants to look young
Okay,
when
you
she
wanna
is
stay
older.
young.
Right.
Talk to your customer, find out what their FOMO is. Yeah. Are they worried about looking older? Are they worried about their bags being too dark? Are they worried about spots? Are they worried about wearing the wrong color? You find out what your customer is afraid of, and you help her with that, and you will have a customer for life.
That's powerful. Wow, you heard it. How many places can you go and you can hear directly from the person that you have an interest in marketing to? And so that's why Color Me Beautiful is, we're committed to consultants, we're committed to this business, and the way that we're proving that we're committing is that we're integrating all of this valuable information and knowledge that it really is only in your head. You know, you couldn't have paid to get this information that you just got today. Okay, so
Although if you want to send a few bucks,
we got a basket that we're collecting. Okay, all right, and then it looks like I have the sheet that I gave you with the questions. So now we're going to move to the next question that and there's just a few more that were more sales related, and this also came from Trish, where she was wondering about the difference between why Mary Kay consultants cannot do customers' makeup or skincare application, but we can. And then she said that may be a good tool for them to be able to recruit. And then how do we really promote our products without trashing another company? And are there comparison charts to compare the ingredients from the top selling lines to ours? So anyway, the answer to that question, Trish, is that first of all, we are not estheticians and we're not cosmetologists. We are beauty consultants, beauty advisors. And because of our background, we came from the department store arena. Not one single department store, Ulta, Sephora, none of them, or MAC stores, none of them require their consultants to be licensed. So until that changes, we are, we are eligible to be able to give advice, to do makeovers, and to be able to provide skincare consultations to our clients. As always, and one of the things that we are big advocates of is safe application practices. So we give you disposable lip brushes, disposable eyeshadow applicators. We give you spatulas so that you are not contaminating, or there's no potential for contamination of your products. So licensing.
One step?
Yeah, right, absolutely. So, and we recommend that you use cotton balls, cotton pads, sponges, so skin to skin contact, like you taking your hand and touching the face, we do recommend against that. We recommend that you use the tools and the supplies that are available for you for that. But so you do not need a license to do what we're doing. And then on the other note, it is taboo to trash another company. When people ask you to compare, that is going to force you really to look at some of the ingredients, just like Lucinda referenced earlier about looking at maybe some of the ingredients. All of this information is available to you online. You can go and Google a product, and if a person is wanting you to compare your vitamin C to someone else's C, just let them see the facts. I mean, and so let the facts speak for themselves, and don't get into a dialogue about which product is best. All of the products are great. Okay, so the thing that we have to do is be able to show the features and benefits, or talk about the features and benefits as it relates to our products, and let the person feel, smell, touch, and they will make the decision.
That ingredient deck.
The ingredient deck is going to sell them. And
you can be proud
absolutely
of showing off that ingredient deck, and go back to, remember, what are they afraid of? So if somebody says, well, who's better, you or Mary Kay? Or who's better, you or this? What problem do you want to resolve? What are you trying? I mean, you don't have to answer who's better. what you need to elicit from that customer is, what's her biggest fear?
Yeah, and what's your problem? Yeah, what's the problem? And then we provide the solution. Okay, problems, solution.
Yeah, and why this is the perfect solution for your biggest fear, your biggest problem, your biggest concern.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so thank you for asking that question, Tricia. And we do not have comparison charts. I think that would be a major undertaking. And as consultants, as influencers, we have to take on the responsibility of meeting our customers' needs. So we don't know what brand your customer may be interested in. So it's really better for you and us for us to take on that effort. You know, it would if we would rather spend our time developing new products, coming up with creative email campaigns and things like that, as opposed to going and doing that level of research in terms of comparing ingredients. So do the work. It's going to give you more. It's going to give you more power, and it's going to give you more information to be able to share with your clients. Okay.
I will give you a trick, however, to help you do this. You can type the entire ingredient deck from the back of any of our products into Google, and click search, and other companies who have similar ingredient decks will come up.
Okay.
And what I really want you to look at is look at their prices.
Well, yeah. Okay, so that's awesome, and the internet is a tool today that is invaluable to us. So use it, okay? And there's nothing that you can't search today. Put your name in. You'd be surprised what comes up. Okay. All right. Okay. And then the next question. We're winding down here. Okay. And then Trish also asks, is there a way for us to put together a flyer or a postcard to use to send as an icebreaker to salons or graduating cosmetology students? Again, as beauty influencers, as entrepreneurs, we have to take on the responsibility of who we want to market to and how we want to be able to market to them. What our company does and what marketing has done brilliantly is provided us with images that we have access to, that we can create our own little piece that really is personalized. But I can tell you, if you're interested in marketing to salons, your very first stop should be the salon that you go to, because by you interfacing with the salon owner that you are a customer of, that gives you a connection where you can talk to them really intimately about the benefits of them perhaps including our brands into their collection of retail products, or if they don't want to do that, perhaps allowing you to come in to provide an extra service and an extra benefit to their clients. So use the images we have on Inside.Color Me. We do have a salon presentation that we put together that has been out there for a number of years, and it's pretty consistent today, as just as it was when we put it together. So, but the marketing materials, there are things that we do provide you with, but in terms of specific content to market to a particular salon or whatever, we encourage you to do that, and we think that you will be able to do a better job than we would be able to do in terms of putting together something generic.
Could I make a suggestion on this? My recommendation to kind of get the ball rolling is to offer to do a beauty day at your salon.
Yeah.
And whether it help, and the way that you would market that is you'd say, give me your worst day. Whatever day that you're slow, advertise it as a beauty day, a free beauty day, free beauty open house, whatever, and then offer to do services for one day. That way the salon owner isn't making a commitment. They're not like locking, saying, okay, well, I'll do this forever. But you can show one day that how their profits could improve. Give them a percentage. And what's their biggest fear? And I would be willing to bet you that they're not going to make enough money to pay the rent. They're not going to make enough money to be successful. And what you're offering them is an extra income stream, an extra revenue stream.
Absolutely.
So you don't, you can bite the elephant a little bit
at a time. Yeah, absolutely. And we have salons that are doing business, and they will tell you that their tickets have increased by over 50% as a result of having our cosmetics in the salon to tie in with their hair services. Okay, so go out there and do it. That's great. And then the last question that we have comes in from Paulette Scott, where she's asking about what we as a company are going to have as gift sets for the holiday. And one of the things that I just want to share is that we are very much promotional. We are set driven almost 365 days a year, whether you're talking about the Glamour Start set or collection, where your customer can basically get her whole face in a box, okay, for 25% off, 365 days a year. Then we have our skincare collections, and then of course marketing does a phenomenal job of putting together color collections and things like that. So really, that's what we do all the time. So what you want to be looking at as we get closer to the holidays, check out the kinds of collections and the sets that we have available, and then you can market them through that November 26th through December 5th time period, okay? So what we want to do is make sure we don't want to put together, anything necessarily specific for holiday, because we are in holiday all the time.
Yeah, we absolutely, what Sharon says is absolutely correct. We did some research and we determined that beauty is not a holiday necessarily
commodity.
It's not. People are concerned about buying beauty products. They're concerned about giving beauty products, etc. So you won't. It's not a big thing for beauty companies. But what is a big thing is making this stuff available all the time. Making it something that you can share at any given time at all. Now, consider giving gift certificates.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because then if somebody can get their colors done or get the right foundation, a gift certificate that buys them this incredible foundation, in Florida, this is off topic, but I just have to say this. Our formula, our Flori Roberts foundation formula, our Color and Beautiful foundation formulas, we were told by an industry expert outside. Well, he's outside of our business, but he was in our conference room, that our formulas are second to none. And this guy, I mean, he'd been everywhere and done
with a lot of major companies.
Everything. And I was so impressed with him, and he was like, that is a good formula. Those are good formulas.
So we're able, that's all right. So, I mean, so the bottom line is that, as we are branding ourselves as beauty influencers, our value is in the services that we're going to be able to provide that tie in with the products that we have. So look at holiday. If you want to do something special, promote what you are able to give and provide to that customer and to the gift giver, to give to the customer that is going to give them a service and a collection of products that is going to last them for a lifetime.
And find out where they are. Meet your customer
where they are. Yeah. So we have thoroughly enjoyed coming to you for this time of question and answer. Twice. That's right. This time of question and answer. This is not the last time that we'll do it. And so as always, if you have questions, don't hesitate to send them on to consultantinfo@colorme.com, and we will answer them as soon as we get them, as quickly as we can.
Or do another show.
Or we'll do another show. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, thank you, Lucinda, thank you, Sarah, thank you, Belinda.
Thank you, consultants.
Okay. Beauty influencers. That's what
Thank you, influencers.
Influencers. Yes. Have a great day.